Hello boss, I'm Uncle Fix Zero, Profile Production, and next part, Sakura Succubus. Right about that. So let's talk to her. Actually, how much of my face do I cover? I cover a lot, so let's just show her whole first. There, that's how she looks completely. And about here was it. And that's when I finally spot her, half concealed beneath a cluster of swaying palms. It's Sakura in the flesh. She looks far more real than she did when I saw her on stage, surrounded by screaming fans and blinking lights. But there's something off about this picture. Yeah, she's not as slutty as the two other girls this time. Or is that lineage? In fact, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's off about this. Ayu is reclining in what appears to be an inflatable paddling pool. She is wearing a tight swimsuit made of gold and metallic material that winks in the sunlight. Her hair is tied back in a signature twin tails, and a pair of dark sunglasses are balanced on the bridge of her nose. So far there's nothing so unusual about this scene. But the contents of paddling pool are downright bizarre. Yeah, she has a whole sea beside her. I can't see the pool though. Actually, I can see a little bit of the pool. And she isn't bathing in water. She appears to be bathing in money. Okay. It's so bizarre, in fact, I have to double take. Around my eyes and a pinch on my cheek, there must be some sort of hallucination brought by this sultry heat. But no, the scene before me doesn't waver. It must be real. Sakura, Japanese famous idol, is reclining in a plastic paddling pool filled to the brim with money. Okay, I was right about that. It's not just loose change either. She stepped in what appears to be 10,000... What was it called? Yen? Yen! It was a yen! She appears to be bathing in 10,000 yen. I'm pretty sure about that. Note. It must have taken a huge amount of bank notes to fill a pool at this size. I'm not sure how much money is crammed in the plastic pool, but it must be easily over several hundred million, maybe even a billion. That's more money than I ever seen in my whole life. Yeah. I see the money is 10,000 yen and 20,000 yen. Hopefully it is yen, otherwise I'm gonna get a hot lead of people telling me otherwise. And I is luxuriating in it with a nary and care in the world. A few loose crumbled notes lie on the Sunday dunes around the pool. Since there's a bit of breeze, some of the notes must be blown away, but Ayu doesn't care. Neither does she seem to care that the weight of her firm, plump thighs must be crumpling up hundreds of those notes. Is this money nothing more than loose change to her? She could feed hundreds of starving people with this money. But she's using it as nothing more than a prop. I've never been one to get up about social issues, but this kind of pissing me off. If this was the 18th century France, Ayu's head would be rolling right now. I tried to grade Ayu, but this last display of wealth has thrown me. I can only gawp at her, incurrent and confused. Fortunately, these noises of mine seem to be enough to announce my presence and to convey my feelings. Ayu pulls up her sunglasses and glances over to me, smug smile on her pretty face. My, look at what the cat dragged in. You're Mr. Ogasawa, aren't you? That's right. Ogasawa Hiroki. At your service. Ayu purses her lips together. Ogasawara. It's such a long family name. It's not very elegant either. I don't like it. I'm sorry? I can't exactly call you Hiroki though. That would suggest some level of closeness between us, but that could be further from the truth. I sooner die than befriend a gentleman like you with such tragic fashion sense. I would say, well, then you won't have to bother after this interview to ever smell my scent that all the succubuses seems to be so inclined on so you have nothing to worry about. I would abuse that fact. Actually, yeah, I have rings around my eyes. What means that the sun I've been taking this year has affected me, but not my sunglasses. I had sunglasses on most of the summer. I actually have a tan, but even though it's November, the tan is still there. But it is probably hard to see on webcam. I sooner die than befriend a gentleman like you with such a tragic fashion sense. Your watch isn't even a designer brand, and your parents are so scruffy that your hair is sticking up, and those glasses are tragic. Aya turns her nose up at the air, unimpressed. I thought you made a bit of effort before you came to see me. I equal Aya after all. I'm famous. Don't you know who I am? I'm very aware of who you are, Miss EQ. In fact, I'm more intimately acquainted with her than most. I still can't forget the sensation of her body pressed against mine. I had more body pressed against mine than after that. Or the sharp sting on my cheeks as she slapped me. I wonder if she remembered that. If she does, she made no indication of it. Maybe she wants to forget that embarrassing chapter of her life. Could I be the reason for this extravagant display? Is she hoping to dazzle me with so much luxury I forget about our first encounter too? Never happening. Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Aya shakes her head, her long twin tails flutter in the tropical breeze. I can see you and I will get along. Compared to me, you're nothing more than an insect. I don't decide to speak to you. But I promised Marina I would do this, and I owe her a few favors. She's scary when she gets mad, so I grin and bear it. As an idol, it's my job to smile. Though my fans are so disgusting, they make me want to hurl. That's the second idol I ever heard say that. Oh, talk about direct. I never quite bought Aya's cute act, but I think she'd be so upfront about loathing her fanbase. I would definitely write that in the article. It wasn't for those disgusting fans she Okay, I have no idea how to read that word, so I'm gonna just say what I thought it was at first. Nail guns. I would be able to kick back on a private beach in a paddling pool full of money. I bet if gratitude wouldn't kill her, would it? This is for business, not pleasure, so I behave with the dignity befitting a true pro. From now on, you'll be my cameraman. I hope you're up to the task. Right, I do my best. You better. Her lips curls. I can't understand why Marina was so adamant that I let you take my photograph, though. You already had your chance and you blew it. So she does remember our first meeting, I figured as much. My obnoxious big sister seems quite taken with you. She kept telling me that you were a good kind of man with the most delicate scent. I admit your aroma is quite appealing. But you know, looker, everything about you, from the fashion sense to your posture to your style of speaking, is a huge turn-off. You're not attractive at all. Why then is Marina giving such a preferential treatment? What in the world does she see in you? come a little closer and smell the scent a bit stronger, and you might understand. That's what I guess. And why did I feel so hot during our first meeting? I remember as the last question under her breath more to herself than anybody else. Yeah, I know that, so I read it a little lower. So you might have heard it, maybe not. If you didn't hear it, you can go back and read it yourself. I don't think she means for me to overhear her, but she's not being particularly subtle, and I do all the same. How am I supposed to respond to that? Should I apologize? Barbarina scolded me for apologizing too much. Maybe I should have more faith in myself. So, Miss Iku, is this alright if we start the photo shoot? I have my equipment with me. I'm ready to go whenever you are. Fine, fine. I raise her hands carelessly. Start snapping away, I don't care. The sooner we get this over with, the better. I couldn't agree more. I might be hot. Her tight swings are struggling to contain the heft of her huge melons, but her personality leaves something to be desired. I wouldn't mind it so much if she just vain and materialistic. I worked with more difficult clients than her before, but the two-faced nature makes her even more aggravating. She's nothing at all like the adorable image she projects to her fans. If I knew what her idol really thought of them, I doubt they're willing to support her much longer. Showbiz is such a sketchy industry. I get my camera out of my bag and start adjusting the lens. I hold it to my face, zooming in on Iris' buxom body, then pause. Miss Iku. Yes, what is it, cameraman? I was just wondering, do you really want me to take a photo of you lying in a pool filled with money? But of course, that's why I set this all up. I wouldn't have bothered if I hadn't known you were coming. I don't like wasting time. Aya snorts. You are not very bright, are you? The bob makes me grit my teeth together. I would just start shooting. The more people that start to dislike her, the faster she evaporates from this world. Am I too cruel sometimes? This girl is seriously annoying. Her moody scowls are bad enough, but this smug smirk of hers is even worse. I thought I'd show the world just how incredible I really am. It doesn't matter that Cosmos has 2 million more rapid followers than I do. I'm the real celebrity here, and I have more than enough cash to prove it. I won't let anybody look down on me, or mock me, or insult me. I might be an idol, but I worked hard. I clawed my way to the top, and this is where I intend to stay. If money is power, I must be invincible. So what do you think? Are you impressed? You must be impressed. Who wouldn't be impressed? Ho 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 ho. I'm not impressed. Nothing impresses me unless it's over the top. And being in a pool full of money, that's not over the top. Not for me, at least. I don't care about money. Seriously, I think like $1,000 or so ain't much money. I think that's a little bit of money. And I'm actually on the scale that would be considered poor. My family is poor, and then I'm automatically considered poor. Well, I get from day to day, so that's enough for me. I feel a bit of sweat trickling down my cheek. I never would have thought it of a star like Ikuayu, but she must have a serious chip on her shoulders. I don't think you need to go to such lengths to prove your worth. Everybody knows you're successful without you flaunting your wealth like this. In fact, I think posting a tub full of money would make your fans turn against you. Bah, what do you know? He turns her nose up in the air. In this world, money is everything, and I have a lot of money. Much more than Cosmos or even Marina. So I must be a queen. My authority is unshakable. Bow down before me. Okay, there's only one reason I would bow down, but I'm not gonna say that. YouTube is hacking at my back with a dagger more than enough already. I can't bow down right now. I'm supposed to be taking a photo. Then do it. Capture my beauty right here and now. That's an order, peasant. Okay, now I would actually started to get very annoyed at her. So I've been downgraded from cameraman to peasant. What's next? Surf slave? I'm pondering this when... Yeah! Ayuyot's eyes widening to comical proportions. All of her smug self-confidence is gone. Now she looks like a little girl embarrassed after being caught in pilfering cookies. I gather my sense about me a more difficult task than it sounds and rush to Ayu's side in alarm. Are you alright, Ayu? Did something happen? Yes. I wasn't paying attention and well... China, Japan's #1 idol holds up a finger in the right hand for my inspection. The tip is swollen pink and it's been bisected horizontally with a hairline cut. I know that what this is even before I tearful confession. Mr. Cameraman, I think I have a paper cut. Yeah, she looks like a little girl there. Well, she's over 18 because she's an idol, right? Alright, that just about does it. I sighed, wiping a few beads of sweat from my forehead and examined my handiwork. I managed to salvage most of the money from Ayu's paddling pool. Now all the crumpled, slightly sweaty notes are stashed away safely inside my shoulder bag with the rest of my camera equipment. The pool itself, meanwhile, was deflated. It now lies under the shade of a palm tree, flaccid and unused. Ayu herself hangs back, still clad in golden swimsuit. She props her full breast up with her arms and embarrassed blush, playing about her cheeks. Luckily for me, that picture was enough to convince Ayu that her proposed photo shoot was a bad idea, with a bit more coercion. And I got her to abandon the idea for good. I'm glad that I've been taken care of, but the days we're wearing on, I haven't taken a single photo of Ayu yet. It's shaping up to be a disaster. It's not like I'm glad you helped me tidy up or anything, idiot. Ayu pouts the void of her usual palm and scuffs the sandy dunes with the tip of her foot. Truth be told, I found Ayu nothing short of irritating during our reunion. But that mishap earlier has strained some of her cocky self-confidence. Now she is acting awkward and unsure of herself. She is significantly more manageable. She is a lot more likable too. Her mega cute stage persona might be an act to enter her fans, but maybe her mega bitch persona was an act calculated to impress me. I'm not sure what I go out of her way to impress me, given her she seems so to hate me. But if that really is the case, then I guess I feel somewhat flattered. I'm a bit less happy, however, about the banknotes she crumpled and tore during her little performance piece. What a waste. I'm not happy about this at all, but since we're business partners, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't thank you. Marina will be pissed if she finds out I've given you a hard time, so I scratched her cheek and her brow furrowed. I'm happy you cleaned up all that money. And I'm happy you treated me in my paper cut too. Thanks. Sure, she's acting nice now, but instantly it's a little too late. I'm not sure how I feel about all this. She's being she's being mean to me pretty much. So I scold her. I'm gonna scold her. You don't need to thank me. Just promise you won't do anything so foolish ever again. Foolish? Ayu recoils. How am I foolish exactly? You really need me to spell that out for you. I roll my eyes. You wasted a lot of perfectly good money in your shallow vapid attempts to show off, and you gave yourself a banknote for all your efforts. In the future, you ought to use your brain. I'm sure you have one. Yeah, sure, whatever. I still think it would have been a good if you had taken some photos of me in that pool like I wanted. Or maybe it was too high concept for most normal people. I don't know if if it was all that high concept, but it was certainly a controversial concept. You think people wouldn't like it? With all my experience as a photographer, I can say categorically that they would not. Huh? I take a step back, defeated. I thought it was such a good idea too. What does a girl have to do to get people to respect her? Your fans respect you more than enough as it is. Can't you remember how loud they cheered for you? Sure, they cheered for me, but they don't look up to me the same way people look up to Marina. The media doesn't see me as a role model or an inspiration. They think I'm just some dumb kid who locked into being a success overnight, as if it was that easy. I worked hard to become Japan's top idol. I sacrificed all my free time, and I put it in so much effort. But the general public refuses to recognize me. They say I'm nothing more than a fad. They call me songs vapid and meaningless, and they say I don't have any real talent. People online say I go after the lowest common denominator, and I'm nothing more than a bait for sad and lonely men. I don't know if they actually based IU on some real person, so I don't know any other song, but some of the songs that Idol actually have, actually the only Idol I'm sure about that I actually looks to is, what's that, Miku? No? Wait, what was her name? Yeah, Hatsune Miku. That's the only Japanese idol I ever listened to the songs of, and she's animated, only animated. So, but they actually made a concert for her, so they actually did something impressive. I wanted to use this photo shoot to get back at all those naysayers. I wanted to make them see how far I come and how amazing wealthy I am. I figured if they saw my riches, they wouldn't dare to criticize me again. Was I mistaken? That's a tricky question. I don't think it's bad that you want to be accepted by more people. That's natural. I don't think anybody likes being insulted, apart from like masochists. But that's part of being a public figure. You choose this life of scrutiny for yourself when you decided to be an idol. It's impossible to make everybody like you. You'll never be able to sway everybody's heart, so you should focus on giving your existing fanbase what they want. And you think they want to see how much money I have? You don't think... I think that's the opposite of what they want. I don't know much about idol culture, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass, but I think your appeal as an idol comes not from your monetary success, but from how you treat your fans. I can remember what you said last week when I saw you live. You attributed your current success to your fans, and you thanked them for their support. You make your fans feel loved and valued. That's why they keep buying your albums and supporting your songs. They think you're sweet kind girl next door type. Please work hard on cultivate that image. That's the IU everybody knows and loves. Hiroki. IU sniffs, blinking tears from her eyes, and she offers me a bright smile. Thank you. I feel a lot better now. You're right, of course. I can't make everybody revere me, but I don't need to. I'm already Japan's top idol. I have thousands, no millions of fans all over the world, and they love me, even if other people don't. That's why I need to show them my unique IU brand of cute and captivating, I put a lovey-dovey spell on them, and they fall for me all over again. Yes, that's right. The photo shoot started poorly, but Ayu's speech is getting me fired up. She sure knows how to work a crowd. If you keep that attitude, this photo shoot will be a huge success. I know it will. Well, of course. That goes without saying. I'm Ayu, and I'm the most popular idol in Japan for a reason. My fans love me, and I love them. I give them a lot of super special service, so they look at me and only me. I monopolize their eyes, their minds, and their hearts. And who knows? I use my smug little hands planted on their hips. I might just steal your heart too, Mr. Cameraman. Oh really? I'd like to see you try. You don't need to. I'm already halfway there. You've been staring at my boobs for the last half hour. What are you? Some sort of kissless virgin? Ho ho ho. Why is that? I would say no. Marina, the way I slept with Marina is more than insurance that I'm not. Now that it's my turn to be embarrassed, I glance away from Ayu, unable to meet her knowing gaze. There's not wrong on that count. I have been gulping at her breasts, but can you blame me? They're huge. There seem a lot of attractive women during my last week, but Ayu is no slob. Her body is just as incredible as Marina and Cosmos. Hey, this is all too easy. You're such a simpleton, Mr. Cameraman. I'm a succubus, just like Marina and Cosmos, and I won't let them beat me. I'm going to keep on getting cuter and cuter. I'm going to keep, and soon you won't be able to resist me. Oh ho 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 ho. And that's the next picture, so I'm gonna save that. So that's all I have for Sakura Succubus this time. I say like the shred. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.